Hello and welcome to our video review session this week with No Bones About It Puppy Day School and Scarlett week 2. We have focused a lot this week on what we call our fun zone or a reward zone, which is basically what we're doing right now. It's just having your puppy sit at your side, looking at you, and what I'm doing is I have a handful of treats in my in my right hand, and then I'm reaching in, loading up for one, putting it on my hip and coming straight down my pant leg. So what I'm doing is creating a scenario where she is wanting to give me eye contact. And anytime she looks at me, I can have that treat ready to go. Reload from my handful of cookies. We've been practicing this all week. Melissa has. You'll see clips of her working on this. Hi, pop, 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 pop. And what we can do is just take a couple steps. We can lure her backwards. Take a couple steps forward. Have her sit again. Again, just used to being next to us. But quite honestly, she walks really nicely. What I want you to think about is that this is a very difficult skill for a dog to be good at. I do not expect a puppy at this age to be able to hold this kind of position on a walk, and nor would I want them to. They need to spend most of their time on their walks just exploring their world. So what I might do is just practice this in my house, walk around, maybe in my yard a little bit, but we're not gonna take this skill out on the road yet. So if we're out just walking, hi! Kind of my rule is that I just want to keep her to one side. So I can have some of the leash in one hand, I'm gonna have my hand that's closest to her a little bit closer so she doesn't have tons of room to maneuver, because I don't want her pulling you down the street. This front clip harness is really nice at keeping her, but you can see even when I'm not practicing, she's kind of getting the idea of giving eye contact. She's checking out her world. Let's go. She's very dainty on her leash. I mean, this is actually, in this kind of environment, really, really good skill that she has already. And she's just not a huge puller. So we talked about the other issue is her popping up and jumping at the leash. That's gonna happen. I mean, it just, them putting leashes in there, the leash is right in front of her. So when she gets bored, it's a fun game to do. So you could just stop when she starts doing that, have her sit, try to maybe do a hand target, get her to do something else to refocus. Good girl. And if things get too crazy, or if people wanna come by, or she sees another dog, you can stop and just step on your leash. Much easier to try to control her that way than pulling her down and utilizing your leash to control her. So stepping on the leash fairly close to the clip so that she can't be popping up and jumping, right? So I just want you to really keep in mind this week, you've got a lot to work on in the house. I think she's coming along really nicely, but really utilize your management tools. And she's got to get some activity. So I don't know how much you have Bucky Dog coming. It would be great if you could get her out and about in the neighborhood. She doesn't have to walk far, but a couple times a day, even that mental stimulation is really, really important. But I also want you to feel confident that she's not gonna pull you or pull you over. Safety first. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, keep your expectations within reason. We have a very young puppy here. Leash walking is not something she's going to be great at, and really what we're focused on is just your management tools at home. So hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Scarlett. Hi, so this clip has a practice session with Melissa, and
Generally, she's working on those leash skills, but I want you to watch the other thing that she's doing is when she gets Scarlett far away, she'll either do a treat toss or something, or she'll run backwards away from the dog, is that she's calling her in really excited and then putting treats on the ground as the dog gets to her. That's a way that we practice no jumping, so that as the dog approaches you, that their expectation is to focus on the ground versus up in the air, which is where they normally get attention. So we do a lot of that. We work in some play with toys, things like that, get the dog really excited, and then throw those treats right at our feet as the dog approaches.
Find it. Scarlett. Yes. Find it. Scarlett. Find it. Scarlett. Good girl. Okay.